So let's talk a little bit about Sonic. Now, James, you're the
All
big
right.
Sonic fan here, so I'm just gonna touch a little bit on what I thought, and then James, you have a whole soliloquy about it.
Okay.
Soliloquy.
So we got to play the game for 5 minutes at SDCC. For some reason, it was in like the Lego booth. I guess
Sonic.
you can like pre-order the game, play as Lego, whatever. Just make it a skin. Don't make me pre-order your game.
Why would you
But
not want to?
well, we're gonna get into that. So there are Lego sets coming out for Sonic. I think that's part of it. Once again, I'm glad there's a 2D Sonic game coming out. I mentioned, try not to laugh because it's just such a funny topic. I mentioned that the team that worked on this game worked on Balan Wonderland.
Wonder World.
Wonder World. But there's something I want to mention, which I learned this week, is that the game director for Balan Wonder World went to jail and is not involved in this game. So if you're worried about his grimy hands getting on this game, he went to jail for insider trading.
No way.
He's in jail?
Dude,
Yes,
he's like
didn't get to
crazy.
work. He
He's
did
like
not
Bruce
get to work on this
Wayne.
game.
He's like Bruce Wayne in The Dark Knight Rises
They
watching
had
the
to lock
TV.
him up, dude.
He legitimately got locked up. So if
How did I miss this?
Instead of Bane burning a city, he's watching his team make Sonic superstars.
I'm not scared. I'm angry.
So if you were worried about that, don't be, because the team seem to be doing a good job. One thing I will say positively is that this game has way better like platforming than a normal Sonic game does. It's not just like run in straight line, take multiple paths. I mean, I played a lot of Sonic growing up. I think Sonic Mania is a fantastic game, and I will say that I definitely recommend that game more than this. And I know that's a high bar to set, but Sonic, for being like the whatever his motto is, Jesus
Fastest
Christ.
blue ring collecting hedgehog currently in the state of Iowa.
Okay, you get the point. He was very, very slow in this. I'll just say this: Mario looks faster paced in the next game, Wonder,
Damn.
than Sonic does in this game. And I
you do
don't
not want to hear that.
and I don't understand why. And once again, I haven't played Mario, so maybe Mario's slower, but Sonic feels really slow in this. If you want a comparison, it feels like Sonic 4, which, if you don't know, is an incredibly shitty mobile game that came out. So
man.
I'm not trying to rag on this game. I think if you're a Sonic fan, you should check it out. But if this game is $60, I'm not buying it. It was incredibly sluggish. It felt like something I've already played before. I'd rather just go play Generations because it's just like the same thing, basically. Once again, it seems like it needs to come out. I know the Sonic fan base has wanted to come out, but it feels a little too late.
This
That's
is
one
a
thing.
slaughter.
I'm being super critical, and I know this. I know it's like kicking a horse while it's down. I'm not trying to, because Sonic, I used to like it a lot. I love Unleashed. I think that's a very good game. I actually like the God of War gameplay in Sonic Unleashed.
You're actually the one of the only people I know who likes Sonic Unleashed.
There's a rising.
Yeah, it's like
faction.
a revisionist history thing.
The consoles are catching up to the true capabilities of Sonic Unleashed. That's that's not even.
All right. be
Oh
quiet, buddy.
man,
Be quiet.
I'm excited to hear James on.
I like Sonic Mania. I think it's like legitimately like a 10 out of 10 game. So I'm not trying to be hypercritical here, but it just left a lot to be desired. The art style was really cool. I'll give it that. And I like that you can play as all 4 characters. But I mean, once again, I played a demo. Of course, I still have stuff to work on. And one thing I do want to mention is that it did have an October 20th release date. And I could not get them to answer my question. I was going full journalist on them. I'm like, this game was coming out on October 20th, and I know that for a fact. And I'm like, they're like, oh, we don't know the release date anymore. I'm like, so you guys moved it? And they're like, well, you could say we moved it. I'm like, did you guys move it because of Mario? And they're like, that doesn't have much to do with it. I'm like,
Wow, much to do with it.
Jacob, you were actually in like the Nexus to get a little scoop like that and pry something out of somebody.
So unfortunate, man. Mario is. It's not even close, man.
This is our first scoop.
So what I'm going to say is, if you're debating between a 2D platform to play in the fall, I would pick Mario 10 days out of 10. So James, what do you have to say? And I hope it's a little bit more positive than me. And I'm not trying to be harsh, but James,
why don't you? We've alluded to it a couple of times. Why don't you let the fans know about your Sonic lore?
And don't go off on too much of a tangent, because you'll be talking about it.
Yeah, within reason, but
60
give us
seconds. 60
a little bit of
seconds.
context.
All right, Sonic Squad. All right. Here's my history with
dude.
Sonic the Hedgehog. I am
Don't let it go.
inviting the Sonic fans in like you invite a vampire before it can come into a house. Sonic fans, you are welcome on the Holy Plot channel.
We didn't
Flood in.
vote on this. We did not vote on this.
So, my history with Sonic is really funny because it does start with the shitty like post 06 games. Like the majority of Sonic games that I've played have been like the bad ones. But you know what?
We will be doing an 06 walkthrough.
Oh yeah, I promise.
We will? What the hell is this?
Listen, I'm getting this.
Of course we are.
No, listen, I'm getting this on the record now. This means there's no going back. When incredible Q4 tentpole Sonic the Hedgehog 3 comes out with Shadow the Hedgehog, I will be playing every single Sonic game with Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
But this is
Okay.
a duty. This is
For the record,
duty.
For the record, I am not doing that. He can do that all he wants to.
Oh,
and I-
James, I'll do that. No, I will do that with you, James.
I'll
Okay.
do it. All
Okay,
right.
I'll
back
do
to it. Back to it. You know what? Sonic is a ridiculous franchise. It's what I grew up with for some reason.
So, what did you think about Sonic Superstars, buddy?
Okay. Elden Ring who? No, okay, no.
Like,
Okay.
oh man,
No,
God.
okay. Real thoughts though. Yes, Jacob is right. Sonic is a bit sluggish. Sonic's a bit slow. I do think it's an issue because you can't have a Sonic game where he's slow.
I think
But I
it's going to be a big problem for a lot of people.
I like that you get to play as Amy.
Have you
Um,
considered that you could play as Daisy in Super Mario Brothers Wonder?
Who cares about any of that? Who cares about any of that?
Have you
cheap
considered
carbon
that a
copy
Peach
crap?
game is coming out in 2024?
Well, listen. Have you considered that a Shadow the Hedgehog game came out in 2005? Yeah,
Is
that's
that the
right.
one
You got me
where
there.
he's got a gun? To their credit, there is no game where Wario or Waluigi even is given a Glock 17 and unleashed on a city state.
You know what?
So,
this is a
James,
fun game.
what would you give this demo out of 10?
Just a 6. It feels like a fun arcade game.
Oh no!
It seems you got to give it that it's a step in the right direction.
It's
at
a
It's a
least.
step in the right direction, but the thing is with Sonic is that we've been getting steps in the right direction for like a decade now, and I'm tired of
Yeah.
it.
Well, you know
Like,
what's
got-
You know what's really funny is that people, I think far and away, the Sonic game people like the most that's come out recently across the board is Mania. The developers of that game are making a really fun-looking, weighty, momentum-heavy 3D platformer.
Ouch,
Penny's
man.
Big Breakaway, I think is what it's called. So, like, if you want a fun 2D side-scroller platformer,
Play Sonic
You're-
Superstars.
you're gonna play Super Mario Brothers Wonder, and then if you
Nuh-uh.
love Sonic Mania and want to see what those guys are doing, you're gonna play Penny's Big Breakaway. So
No, you're gonna play Sonic Superstars like a loyal fan.
I
Look.
guess you are.
Look, we're
We
gonna
are.
cover on the podcast just like Liam played Pikmin. I guess James is gonna play playing Sonic Superstars.
You got the
Bet
you
your
got a
ass I
bum.
will.
God. Okay.
Yeah,
Next.
yeah.
I'm
Next.
reveling in madness in this.
Next.